All right. There we go. All right. Welcome to episode 5. I think we're live. Okay. I don't see it yet, but I think we are live. Took me a minute. But yeah, if you're watching the video back, we're backtesting the GxT model. If you don't know what that is, just type it in on YouTube, or you can join the Discord for free, obviously. And you can learn it because I have all the videos in the Discord. All right. I think I have the link. Free, obviously. All right. Okay. If you're watching the video back, just skip through because I have to do some stuff. I guess I should start off that way. All right. Question. Say like 30-minute protected swing turned into an order block. Would you want a tap of it and then look for, okay. I'm not taking it, but is that how you would use the 3-minute entry? If you're trading C3 that opens low into internal Fiji or OB and CISD with an SMT, that's what I look for. For the OB tab that you're referring to, that's more of C2, which is reversal. Your method is continuation. Described above. Okay. Yeah, what's good, Max? How we doing, baby? Hope you had a good day. I'm still really freaking tired, but we got some decaf coffee. Sorry, I'm messaging someone on Discord. They're asking me a question, so I'm gonna deal with that quick and then we'll get going. He pretty much asked me like, if we have a swing point, would you want a tap of the order block, then look for a 3-minute CISD? So say we have a 30-minute, and then we look for the tap. Because my trade from today, hold up. This is a 15-minute example, but I see we already have the 15-minute order block formed. And then we'd get another protected swing after tapping the OB. Yeah. Yeah. So just like I described. C3 doesn't have to. I tap for MPD. Internal. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Doing great. Yeah, so I've been waking up around like what is it? 4 to 5 a.m. for me, which is 6 to 7 a.m. uh oil up. It's good dabs. I've been waking up really early, but the problem is I go to bed pretty late. Like last night I went to bed at 12, like 12:30ish, and I woke up at 5 a.m. And then the nights prior, like yeah, I'll go to bed early-ish, right? Like 9, 10 o'clock, but I'm waking up at freaking like 4-ish, and then I stay up on all day, and then I'm just exhausted. So that's why I just haven't really been streaming very often. But yeah, I mean the pre-market like 6 to 7, 8. It's because I've never done it before. It's actually quite interesting to stay up for the sessions or like tape read it to really hone in. How has it been reading the market? Yeah, yeah. So it really gives you the proper context in terms of like how the market's moving prior to the driver. Um, and it just gives you that like intuition. You know what I mean? Because like you're seeing it develop. It's like, okay, it's being a little lethargic. You know what I mean? And so you just gotta pick up on all that. YouTube. Who's this? Dust, I think. Sorry, I'm gonna get going. It's just I lock in. Show my trade from today. All right, I'll show you. Um, so obviously the gold, I just literally like went like this. That's all I did. So that was gold. CL. Took this one. Yeah. Somewhere right here. Hold on. I think it was on the 3 minute. Yeah. It was like right here or something. Where's the 2 hour? It's like this. So I still got it. Yeah, right here. The CIST. Got in here. Yeah, it was something like this because it was like 2 hour. So down. Yeah, like this. Break even there. And then this was the mistake today for sure. I shorted here. Bro, for some reason I thought wait. Yeah, for some reason I thought this was a CISD, dude. I think the micro maybe. Yeah, dude, I don't fucking know, but I thought this CISD'd and I literally shorted the top cuz on the higher time frame, which I can show you, is like prior to that the this expansion and it looked like a retrace. And it still does technically, but prior to this, here's the daily. Prior to this, because it obviously did not look like this. Um, the oh, there we go. So like this is the right 4 hour gap, I think. Yeah, yeah, right here. So we came up and we souped it. I'll show you, which is why I got break even. So right here. Okay, again, before this fucking did that. I was like, okay, now, yes, we do have expansion with expansion, but and we also SMT'd. So it was an SMT closed back in the range. So I was looking to take out previous day and then go up. So this looked okay. So then when I was in here, yeah, 9 a.m. Yeah, this looks familiar. So we had all the swing points. We displace lower. We go, and then we do this. Okay, right here. Yeah, see, like it's in CISD. And we also SMT'd right here. So like had this CISD'd, I guess it wasn't technically valid, which is an error on my end. But like I would have taken this all day just because like we hit previous day right here. Again, prior to the move up, so it looks terrible, right? Obviously. But before then it looked decent. So I took an L there. Um Yeah, it was stupid on CL. Like such a stupid loss. And then NQ got in right here for 8:30 news. TP here. And honestly, had I not taken the gold loss, I wouldn't have gone break even. But since I broke even, if CL hit TP, that would put me up 1 hour for the day. But since I hit break even there and I was already down from gold and this was a driver, and I really didn't want to risk it, especially when it first popped up. Because honestly, I was hoping for this, right? Instead of obviously this. So as soon as we popped up, I went break even. But again, as soon as the CISD'd, I just entered, I think something like that. Went break even, legit tapped me. I mean, obviously you can see that. And then delivered. So that was break even. Again, stupid mistakes. And then I entered, oh wait, we're still in replay mode. ES. Okay, this was stupid too. I so we CISD'd here and I knew that we had a reverse literally right here. So I took 50%, went like this, put my stop right here. Like legit, like a point under 50, I got souped. So as soon as I got stopped out here, because everything was still valid, I saw NQ right here actually have proper structure. And we CISD'd and I got it in like right here. And I took it to all-time high. Stop was more like that because it was more than a 2 hour. So yeah, it was pretty just stupid mistakes. Like ES got souped here. NQ got break even. So I would have had these two trades. So this was like what it could have been. Could have, should have been. Well, this. And then had I not taken the gold loss, we would have been fine today. And then this CO. So, I mean, I mitigated because the CL was a decent L. Because, like I said, everything like SMT, et cetera, like right here, it looked like it's just really good inside of a higher time frame gap. We have LR here, and like this is a decent resweep to then go up. But also we did have a bullish SMT. So like we already did this, but I was really hoping we'd disrespect it primarily because of this right here. So had I not trade that, that was stupid. I should have just focused on NQ because this was around the same time, right? 10:30, same time as this. 10:30, right? What else? And then yeah, if I didn't take the gold L right here. And again, this wasn't any framework. This was literally just enter randomly. As soon as I saw this come down here, I literally just opened up Top Step and clicked buy. Super small risk though, like 250, I think, for like a 5R or something like that. Yeah, okay, 3.6. So it's like fuck it, you know what I mean? But yeah. Show the YM trade. Which one? Did you enter here or some shit? Wow. Oh my god, we didn't even take the high yet. That's so funny. Did you enter here, Dabs? Like actually? Cause yeah, you did. You had to have right here. I'm sure it was something like that, right? Wait, wait. Oh, Dylan, yeah. Or Dust. I know it's you because I put the link in Discord. Um, Dabs, is this the what you're talking about? 1033. Do you want me to like go over it or what? 1033. The fuck? You wait, you entered here? No way you entered out this. If you entered out this, like that's cheeks. Like this is not a good, in my opinion at least. Like this is not a good order block or whatever. You want a big opposing candle. But regardless, like it's obviously worked out for you. Oh no, oh, okay, yeah, right here then. Yeah, this high. Because this would make sense, like the actual order block. I bet your shit was like this. Because this is a 2R, and then you got out for like, you said 0.5R. Or 0.5% or 0.5R. Well, I don't know, but it's funny. And then it hits at 2. This is one of the things in like backtesting where you literally just like click, 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 click while as it's doing this. And then you go break even right now. And then you just click. But yeah, that's funny. Okay, so those are my trades. Pretty stupid mistakes, but whatever. All right, so monthly sweeping. So we're reversing here. Look at the 5. On what here? Okay. Oh, you're looking at the 5-minute. Oh, I see. Yeah, so like this is a good entry. Oh, I don't have the line there. These equal highs. But I would have targeted it all-time high. Um just because like NQ again, the phase of price, we just consolidate. So we knew how to catch up and obviously it doesn't hit. So you would have still gotten out, right? If you got out on a time base, like right here, which is still very similar. So it doesn't really matter, but yeah, see, like this order block is fire. Like this. Huge down close above, right there. I love when we close right there instead of like a close way up here. Cause then it's like you're chasing, you know? Like I love when it's like this because you can literally do a limit. Yeah. Yeah, this was pretty clean, but you should have been, I mean, it's shoulda, coulda, woulda sort of shit. So it's whatever, but let me see. Trying to look at the strength switches. Yeah, like YM just retraced so far. So when I saw this like in real time, I literally wasn't even looking at YM. But which is why I was looking at ES and NQ. And then I just saw the internal here. It's 45. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like it's just a more shallow pullback. So that's why I was looking at those two. Okay. I'm gonna backtest like a week because I want to do good. So I want to kind of block in. So March, reversing off previous week right here with an expansion, creating a CISD already. So if we were to imagine this on like the 5-minute chart, right? We have our SMT here. So we want Monday. Okay. So we want Monday to open low into this area. Or if we go up, Tuesday, sweep Monday low, have a Tuesday low week, and then we continue expanding. So yeah, so this order block, like this high here is the same as right here. Same with YM. Let me look at YM quick. Higher low. Yeah, so all of them have the same exact draw. So we'll just mark this because this is relevant. We have equal highs on ES and relative equal highs on NQ. Okay. See it, Ebs. So this is our relevant swing level. We're displacing after the SMT. So we'll see if we can get on side with that. So this is pretty correlated, right? So I can actually look at all three, right? And choose which one strength switches and all that internally. We're just going to enlarge all this. So our relevant swing point can be this gap for everything. And I'm marking them all out because when I get into like the hourly, I can like see SMTs. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be our key level. Not hourly, we'll mark this one out because it has a little space. So we'll just see. So nothing until we SMT. Like I don't give a shit. Okay, so what I'm seeing right here, let me look at news real quick. Wednesday. This is okay, so news at 12. I don't think that really matters. So we have an expansion into what? Retracement. So I would suspect I don't really have a clear failure swing, failure swing, failure swing. So 9:30 has to manipulate. So we would look for a 10 a.m. continuation. Okay. So it looks like we want to go lower. SMT. So now I'm looking at body closures, right? I'm looking at what's weaker, right? So we have a bullish body close, bearish, bearish, higher high, higher high, higher low. So obviously ES is weaker. Let's get the closure. Okay, and NQ just rips down. SMT. Interesting. Which now I look kind of like this for longs because we are bullish. And let's look at the wick quick. We know we have to reverse here, right? YM, we still have a draw, previous day high. Okay, so ES is stronger. I'm not trying to force anything. Let's see. Do we have a swing point? We do not. So we just have to wait. Yeah. So, okay. Here's the fake SMT. This SMT here, the one here, right? See how NQ is doing this? ES is doing this. And then YM is doing this. The fact that we close below accepting the SMT and YM is taking it, we know ES is going to take out the low, okay? With a high probability chance. Like we technically, if I were to frame this short, have this, go to 4 hour, small wick. We can anticipate that, the swing point. A 30-minute. Okay. So see 1, 2, 3, 4 continuation. Go in the 3-minute. I would like a big opposing candle there. So I'm going to wait for maybe a retrace because ES is going to take this out and we might get a retrace here. And then maybe we could. Okay. So already my idea is already invalid, right? Because we would want the wick to be formed right here in this area and we just displace higher. So now my idea is invalid. We do have this SMT here. So as soon as, see how YM takes this low and then we get the 2-stage. So in this case, it would be something like, right? Something like this, right? 2-stage right off a candle low. Let's look at the 4 hour quick. Yeah, look at YM rejecting red. So again, the daily wick has to be formed here. So now I can, so if we're gonna, this high fail to take out this low, I would presume we take out this high. Okay, so now I switch bias with the 2-stage. So we have our SMT here. We have our SMT here. This. So like, let's see if the RR makes sense. Yeah, I'll probably take this. I'll do a little bit lighter just because it's Monday. I'm gonna fucking go, dude. Okay, so we expand into what? Consolidation. Now my main concern is this. Okay. I don't suspect. Okay. Well, spoke too soon. I was gonna say I don't suspect that we would SMT this, but yeah, so wait. Yeah. I was gonna say, like I said, I didn't say it yet, but the reason I'm looking for SMT is because we can't reverse without consolidation or without manipulation. Oh yeah, we had news, bro. Fuck. All right, whatever. We'll reset here. So now ES is definitely gonna take out this low. This is an AMD reversal. Okay. It's an AMD reversal. Took that really quick. So maybe real time you go break even. Like maybe I'm not trying to. I'm just like, because again, you click really quick, right? And maybe trying to. This is how I get better, by the way. I try to evaluate what I could do better. Okay, so this is what I see. An SMT here, it's stronger. This order block here legit has to hold. Now, I don't know if I would. Yeah, so, okay. After this OB, you can go break even. Because if we displace through here, regardless of this wick, right? If we CISD this high, and that's also what created the SMT here, we know that we're going to head down to this low, right? So I'm reflecting on how I could have mitigated risk. It's like we know this has to hold to take out this high. Otherwise, we're going to take out at least this low because this low failed to take out this high. So what are we going to do? Sweep this low. And what are we creating? An SMT. So if we are going, because we expanded, we need to create an SMT, expand away to create expansion met with expansion into continuation, if that is the case, right? So in real time, we could maybe mitigate as soon as we see ISD here. So you could go break even. That would make 100% sense. Okay. So that's cool to know. Let's go back here. So we reversed off this high here. So we're going to take out this low, which we did because this low failed to take out that high. So we're going to take out the low. Yeah. Okay. So nothing I really see here. We just got to play price out. Okay, so we disregard this SMT, meaning obviously we're going to take this SMT here. There we go. So I don't know if I really want to do anything. Although I do know that because we took out the SMT or this low, all the assets did, that allows us to reverse. Let's see if we can get a swing point or something. We're essentially looking for capping the daily low, right? So what I'm looking to do is pretty much this. Like trading the retrace back in the range. Now we could simply skip this day, but I'm just going to watch because we have news, so I'm curious. Okay, NQ looks pretty good. So maybe. Oh no, it's forgot about time. Yeah. So I was gonna look for longs to take out the high. It made sense for this to be low of day. Okay. And okay. So remember, we know the weekly has to reverse here, right? Remember that line we drew? So if we go back, look at the weekly. We know we have to reverse somewhere around here. I guess we could go lower, but regardless, like we know we have to reverse. Yo, what's good, Jerry? How are you, man? For stopping by. Okay. So we took an L. Could have won break. I think real time, I would definitely go break even, but it's all good. We're just getting the reps in. Okay. Right here, we open low. No CISD. No SysD, as they say, which I'm not a huge fan of. So Yeah, we have no manipulation here. I would really like to see us manipulate. It's kind of hard because we're so high in the range, but yeah. Yeah. So I could break this down as to how possibly, let me look at the hourly. I'm going to skip this day just because, yeah. Yeah. So this was, I'm going to go back into it, but this was the long right here, SMT in the order block, swing point, open low. We know we have to reverse 9:30. Yeah, I mean, this would be crazy if you did it, which it's still valid technically. So there's nothing. Now, would I have taken this? I don't know. No, because we already took previous day. But if you see what I'm seeing, open low, we create the CISD. If you did hold a limit there, you could bottom tick that. Now, would I do in return? No, because this already took out the high. But it is technically valid. Like this is really clean. But I'm gonna explain. Yeah, and then your two stage right here. Or not your two stage, but your internal that I always talk about. I guess technically, as soon as this closes here, can market enter right here. It's not, it didn't take out the high. Now, yeah, I don't, it depends. Like, if you went break even because it took out the high, but if you're bullish to begin with, like, this isn't, I mean, I'm sure some people would actually like hold this. But so here's the reason why we didn't need to sweep this low, but I wanted it swept personally. We have the swing point here. Now that I'm like reflecting on it, yeah, we didn't even need to do that, to be honest. The reason why is because we expand into expansion, consolidation, continuation. So like that's what I'm saying. And none of them. So here's this low, and this low. So all of them swept this low, and this low. So honestly, and I saw it as I was clicking, like especially at 2 a.m. When we did this, what do? We have our order block, our CISD. CISD. So we expand, okay, which I can show you that. Expansion met with expansion into consolidation, right? And then we expand again. What do? Pullback, creating what? Manipulation, and then everything we just talked about. So like expansion met with expansion into a pullback, continuation, right? And look at this, like on the higher time frame. Okay, so I definitely fucked up there, but we're just gonna skip because we already missed the move. But that was really, really, really clean. Again, maybe real time. I think real time I would actually like consider it because that was really clean. Okay, but that's how we learn, you know. That's how you learn. Okay, again, our draw is still these equal highs. So we already opened low. Let's. Oh wait, no, that's weekly. Thought it was. We're on the daily. Let me see. Okay, just marking this out for, because if we get a strong reaction, then we would assume that SMT is holding. Okay, this doesn't look too bad. We do have SMT at previous day, but we're opening low. Let's see what internally that looks like. Okay, it doesn't look too bad, right? We're sweeping internal, right? Because we know markets go from external to internal, right? So internal here to external. So internal to external. So we have no wick here. So I'd want to see an SMT here for sure with ES. Like ES has to go down there. So open low, we still have clear draw above us. We know our invalidation points. So we could just play this out until this sweeps. There we go. We got the sweep. So the thing here. Oh, wait. We don't have a wick over here, too. Damn. And we have. Damn. Okay. Let's look at the daily quick. So if we're anticipating Monday low of week, which is a classic buy day, right? We know that based off this, we need to reverse. You see that? Like we know if this daily is going to support an expansion higher, then we need to reverse soon. Okay. So what are we going to do? Look for reversal signatures. Right. Look at this. Close outside the range. Close outside the range. Close outside the range. That is not reversal. So we wait. Close outside the range. We like, yeah, it's just 9:30. We get a 2-stage in here. Yeah, no, see. Okay. This invalidates expansion, right? Look at the daily. It just straight open low. Now, if you look at YM, see how we soup, right? We can reverse off that technically, right? So we got to be really cautious. Looking at opposing PD arrays here. It's like we swept this and we're doing all that crap. Okay. Let's just mark this out in case we get some sort of reversal signature. Place out. So we know we obviously are waiting for 10. Okay. Okay. So here we have no 2-stage at the low. Okay. We have none of that. So if we just keep opening high like this is manipulative. So if we look at the 4-hour, we know the 4-hour doesn't really support expansion very well. Now I'm ignoring this SMT. Like I don't really care about it until we get a 2-stage SMT. Because if we're going to trade a reversal, we need way more confirmation. So if we do this. Okay, so we have an SMT here. We know we have to reverse here if we're bearish. Just like that. Okay. So we have our C2 CISD, right? Creating this SMT here. A 30-minute. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, so I'm just going to short this. I mean, besides no wick, but like, I don't see why. Like, I think we just take out previous day. It's an open high. We know it. Like, this is where you start playing your odds, right? In a fair value gap, SMT, CISD, C2 expansion, right? So, the fuck was that? Oh, subbed. Dylan. Okay. So it's like, and like we have the SMT here, right? So it just everything makes sense to give the opportunity to short. We could. Now, I'm trading reversal right here. So I'm going to size way lighter. Normally, what I like to do is get the continuation. So when we go up, then we go creating the internal CISD or SMT CISD, and then we enter there. But I'm going to size pretty light here because the risk to reward is bigger. So I don't want to risk like a lot. What the fuck? So I'm fine with taking this, but we need to displace here though. Why ES and not YM? Because ES is cleaner. I mean, look at YM, I guess, but I mean, you could. It's permissible. Yeah, it does have a smaller 4-hour wick. I actually do like it. Let me see. But like the CIST is way, let's see. Okay. I mean, let me look at this. The 30-minute. 2, 3. I mean, you could set a limit here. We'll tape read this to like this low, previous stay low. We'll tape read it. But like this legit needs to tap and go. Yeah, okay. Like it, yeah. So this SMT needs to hold, right? Let's zoom out real quick. Let's see. Yeah, this hourly close is horrendous. So we could literally just end the trade right here. Let me look. Yeah, like yeah. I mean some T's, yeah. Oh, I'm trying to. Yeah, wait, no, this doesn't look. No, it's shocked. Expansion met with expansion. Hold on, we gotta reevaluate this because that's not right. You know what I mean? Like that's how we can. It's very simple. I just don't. Or you know, now I'm considering this. Well, fuck, dude. There's a couple things going through my head. YM is weakest. Yes, it is. We have expansion met with expansion. So we're gonna disregard this SMT here. Yeah, it just looks like a strength switch, man. Like this is literally like here's your CISD. What was I looking at? Yeah, like you have your SMT here, CISD. Like something like this is what interests me. Not gonna lie, with the LR, 2R expansion. Like I like this. Like am I greedy for this? All right, we'll do low risk and then we'll move on. Oh fuck. Okay. My god. Okay, so see how this is actually like pretty good and look at why I'm. Okay. As soon as we break the SMT right here, See how we accept it until ES does, and then look at the reaction. Bam, bam, and then bam. So like we could get out break even here. Which also I think I mentioned that. Like we might break the SMT to reverse. If not, I thought it in my head, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So we took out session, then we display. So obviously that the idea just seems incorrect. We'll tape read this. I'm gonna leave this here. I got out break even because of this right here. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, like we were on side ish, right? We recognized we took a small loss here. Okay. Because we realized we're just gonna get stopped out anyways. We like expansion met with expansion into what? Key level, new phase of price expansion, creating an SMT, confirms manipulation, CISD, get your tab. And then let's see if this CISD right here, because this is what, you know, the highest high broke the low or the whatever. Let's see here. No SMT though. Ideally, I would like to see an internal SMT, something like that. That would be perfect. And then you could wait for this CISD. Then you take this 50%, target wherever. Like this is that continuation model on a schematic. Internal SMT with an external, right? And then you get in on the CISD. That's legit exactly what this is. Yo, what's good, bro? How you doing? I'm guessing you're from Discord because your name looks like a fucking whatever it's called. So we hit our key level, and what do? Fucking expand. So yeah, like I would say we were on side there, just clicking really quick, to be honest. Because we may have cut that short. As soon as we saw we were SMTing, I studied some of the vids you told me about, GxT trades. ICT has too many fucking terms. Bro, that's funny. But it's no different than learning like Spanish. You gotta learn it so you can navigate, you know? All right, so previous day SMT, we expand into nothing. Let's go to the weekly. Let's make sure we're on track here. Okay. What did Wednesday do? Okay. We're opening high. Not very good. Okay, so this is my key level to reverse off of, if I'm being honest. I want to see an SMT with YM. I want to see this key level here and this key level. Okay, so something I want to see a reaction there. Dust, what's up? Why are you saying that? What do you mean, ooh? All right, open high. Okay. It's pretty much advanced price action. Yeah, I mean, yeah. But the thing is like, you want to understand what the hell is going on, right? Like, so you can be mechanical. Yeah. Like we have this so you can be mechanical. Oh, you meant yo. Okay, what's up, bruh? All right, so we do have this internal hourly suit. Bruh, I know it's you. Like your name would be you YouTubes. Like what? All right, let's look at the 4 hour here. Okay. So we do have a swing point. We are bearish, right? Expansion into what? Pullback, right? Pullback. Okay. We have our swing point. Go to the hourly here. Swing point with, I'm going to have to use an internal SMT. Is this equal or is this a sweep? Oh my God, it is. Thank God. Okay. So we can reverse off this. This is expansion into reversal. So we could legit short. Pretty much. Like dead ass, just short. But what do we want? We want this. Right? That's the signature we're looking for. But we're aligned with expansion right now. So we'll see if we can. Let's go 30-minute. See 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let me read this. I trade support and resist. My entries suck ass though. So I've been looking into some more ICTs here. Okay, so CISD is an order block. How do you know when you're pattern trading SMT? Although I recently started learning this strat, I notice I get caught up. Yeah, so Max, you have to include logic. Again, rewind the last trade because there's a bunch of SMTs in there, right? And that's why I was like I was stunned, but I started my thought process. It's like, okay, if we're failing to take out this low with this SMT at the high, or whatever that way, if we fail to take out, yeah, if we fail to take out the low with an SMT at the high and we're displacing back higher, it's a fake SMT. Okay. We're going to go resweep, creating another SMT to then displace. So let me draw a schematic. Okay. Assume this is an SMT and you're bearish, right? You have your CISD inside of here. You have all your confluences, but then we're met with expansion. Okay. Like straight up. And we're inversing for, like we're faking it out. Then we know this high is fake. What are we going to do? We're going to do this, consolidate this, take out the high, displace lower. Okay. Now, can we just displace up and take it? Yeah. But I'm creating some more internal. So then what do we create? Another SMT. Where the fuck is it? Another one. Now the other asset did a lower low. Okay. So then this propulsion block, enter. Fuck. Okay, you get it? I'm not going to deal with all that. This will displace lower. Right? Pretty, kind of AMD. Like right internally, yeah. Like right here. This is AMD. So if we expand into AMD, we know, or not AMD, if we expand into consolidation and we fail to take out this low, we know we're looking for an AMD reversal via this SMT. Then we displace. So yeah, that's how you just don't pattern trade. It's like you got to use logic. But yeah, CISDs are just order blocks. Okay, so we're just going to get on side. I kind of lost track where we were. I remember the hourly. Oh, yeah. So like we could literally just short this because we're anticipating this is high of day already, my opinion. Oh, yeah, we're looking for that pullback. That's what it was. All right, so expansion into what? We want the choppiness, right? Yeah, proper narrative always, bro. Always, always. All right, so here's this SMT, right? Actually, that's a good fucking, yeah, YM. Why am like always creates SMTs? Let's make sure we're at. Okay, so 7's gonna open. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say let's make sure we're in the right area. Okay, so 7's opening here. We know we have to fucking reverse right here. All right, cool. Whatever the fuck that was. I mean, that was ridiculous. That literally fucked everything up. But hey, that's fine. That's why we have fucking invalidations. So now I have to reset. Like I literally have to zoom back out. Um don't have to because we got rid of our internal SMT there. Bro, okay, yeah, there's just nothing. Go back to hourly. I'm bearish, but actually, wait, no. This is that same shit. I don't need an SMT at the high. We have our closure here. So, not gonna lie, I think we could take this. I'm gonna put a small risk. I'm not 100% sure, but I think we can take this. No, okay, we can't. We need one more SMT. All right, I like this. Oh wait, 9:30. Fuck. Do we do this? Yeah. Oh, look, he should have taken a YM. Oh, oh, okay. We're just getting chopped up right now. I'm not gonna lie. Legit, just fucking chop. Actually, let me look at that 5-minute quick. You got in here? I don't even. Oh no, we didn't take out Asia. Did we take out Asia? Yeah. Oh no, we didn't. Okay. Thought we maybe took. I'm trying to figure out a way because I legit would have lost that if I took that arrow. Bro, like, you fucking kidding me, dude? What the hell is this? Like, do we get in this? Sorry, I'm just looking at everything. No, okay. Bro, see, okay. 10 a.m. reversal into expansions always, because it's always confirmed up here, or like some sort of, but we technically didn't have an SMT there. All right, fuck that there. Yeah. Shorting a bullish narrative. Gotta love it. So again, we reverse off previous day. Okay, I genuinely got fucked there. Lost track of the fucking goal of longing to these highs. Days it Friday, I think we can expand. God, I hate when I lose like that. I'm not gonna lie. Shit pisses me off. But I guess it's backtesting, so whatever. All right, so we expand. I need to see an SMT at the low here. Not a huge fan. Fuck. We're not gonna get that. I mean, dude, we could trade away from it. I mean, that's a lot of fucking. That's pretty ugly, though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna wait. But the daily opening low, like CI is displacing away. I would not be surprised if this just ran. Or I guess we will SMT, bro. Holy shit. We gotta wait for a ton. Actually, this looks pretty decent. I think YM is good to long, probably. Daily quick. Okay. I think I see what I want to see. I want to target this. Yeah. Okay. So again, this SMT is fake, right? We're accepting it. So I would anticipate YM to swing point. Yeah, like honestly, I think I would take this in real time. So this is the reversal. Nah. Oh my god. This is the reversal though. I feel like I'm just gonna get screwed on this. But ideally you'd want to trade the continuation. Like this. Yeah, I think I would. I think this looks decent. I can break it down if you don't see it. Yeah. That was good. Could have risked way more though. Yeah. Pretty sure this. Oh, okay. Good. That we would expand. Let me look at this. Wow. Wait. Wow. Oh, that's actually crazy. Not gonna lie. Did we hit something? Okay. So wait, what the fuck? Oh wait. All right, I'll break it down. And it does actually make sense that we either reverse off this level or this level. So okay, yeah. Just highlight. Prior to this, we had SMT. Except we expand, consolidate, expand, consolidate, expand, consolidate. We know ES or YM is taking this high. Once we take this high, then we can take the low. All right, then we can reverse or then all the assets can take off. Or then we get like a minor pullback to continue. But until then, like they're just going to chill. And as soon as I saw that, I knew that. And then with the entry, it was actually like I could have like full ported it, to be honest. I was gonna risk 1% on that second trade. But since I got screwed so much, I just had to risk it properly. So here, what time is this? 9:30. What did we create? SMT with all the assets. Higher high, so we know we're stronger to get to this level. Two-stage SMT. So it is weaker, but here's the caveat, and this way you don't pattern trade. CISD. Where's the CISD? All the way up there. Where's the CISD? All the way up there. CISD. We set a limit. Stops here. So we can get a better RR. Because look at this. 1.5. Bam. So we bottom tick there. Then I was looking at time. I knew that this was in the end of the hour. 10 o'clock. So we're already on a propulsion block or an order block. So it's like opening in an order block. Get rid of this. What do we do here? Two-stage SMT, right? Or not. God, I keep saying that, but internal, whatever. Order block. Enter. Stops right here. Adjust. So it stops from here to here. So now this was technically, if I lost, this was an 8R trade because I was risking. How much did I make on this one? Which one was it? Hold on. Okay. Okay, so I was risking like what, 200? But then as soon as I moved it to here, I was risking like, I don't know, $80 or something to make 500, right? So we can mitigate risk there. Full size here, aka the other 0.5%, because this was a full 1% trade. Stops here, and then wait, did I put? Why was this? Oh no, I was gonna say okay, right here, barely 2R. Yeah, 2R. So that's how this was. Like this is literally textbook. Like very, again, everything I draw out. Like every time I talk about this, we want our SMT, and then the internal SMT, your CISD. Internally, we already have the overall CISD, right? The one right here. So very good. Okay, that was Friday. Okay, this was a really bad week. We read it right, I think. Well, I mean, we read it right for the most part, right? We're bullish, and it's not like we closed bearish. I was really looking for more of a continuation. So bias was right. Let's look at the days here. Monday, don't remember. Tuesday, gosh, I don't remember. I don't remember these. Let's look at this quick. Because now we're going to review it all, see what we could have done better. That's how we improve, right? Okay, these are all the trades for the week. Is it going to show them all? Hold on. Let's see. It's going to be cool if we can do this. we just not trade Monday? Did we miss it? Okay. Oh no, it's like glitched. Oh damn, I wanted. Oh wait, yeah, here we go. So do it for all of them. Fuck, that sucks. Okay, yeah, it's only highlighting here. Um. Okay, yeah, I remember that. So session. So we sweep the session, leave the previous day because we did have an SMT at previous day. Expand away, consolidate, expand. Yeah. So that one we actually got fucked, but what is that? Wednesday? Right idea. Okay. We got out break even here. Don't remember. But we were pretty much spot on to the tick. I mean, just wrong timing. Who knows? Maybe you set your limit here. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? Oh, yeah. This was that 9:30 trade with equal fucking. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, that was chalked. Yeah, I don't know. That was a pretty bad week. We had everything broken down, but hey, we didn't fucking lose money, I don't think. Yeah, okay. W risk management, right? 500, 5, 6, 660, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Like we made a little bit this week. Just good RR, right? We size up on our that decent trade, right? We pyramided. I should have sized like 1.5%. Maybe not. But 1% right there, and then 0.5%. 2 trades. I wish I could go into it. We cut our loss pretty quick there because we risked 250 and only lost that much. So good there. Monday, we got fucked. Tuesday, that's when I skipped through. We probably would have banged on Tuesday. That was that 9:30 swing point where, yeah, I remember it. Yeah. So we probably in real time would have banged on that. So overall, like good risk management, kind of got a little funky. Could have went break even on one of them. Again, it is, because we just skipped too quick. So that's all good. Um, yeah, overall, like I'm not the proudest, but you don't have to. Yeah, process over P&L. Granted, it is backtesting too, so. And I do get really trigger happy. Like I just click through because either I'm right or wrong. But in real time, like it fucking takes forever. All right, 2.2. Win rate's pretty bad. I think it would be around 50% if we got true break evens. Because if you barely put your thing up, it'll count as like, well, no, because our RR would be skewed. But yeah, we'd still be closer to 50. So in real time, because that's about what mine is. And then, yeah, a couple fuck it, let's find out trades. So, do you have any questions? Max, did you want to get off or did you have any? Because I remember on Discord you mentioned something. Let's see. Something about. I said we'd discuss it, unless you don't want to. Oh wait, I took an L for 100. Okay, trading on the funny. I also thought I seen strength switch between silver and gold, but I think overall I'm entering too early, anticipating the candle closures wrong. Okay, can you elaborate? Yeah. So what do you mean you're anticipating candle closures wrong? Are you turtle souping? Anticipating candle closures. I don't know what you mean by that. Anticipating candle closures. Because, like, we just enter off candle closures. So, like, you don't have to predict them. I think we honestly just. I don't know if you're typing or not. I'm not going to lie. Oh. I don't know, probably explain it other than getting caught up in. Okay, so this is expansion met with expansion into retracement into expansion into consolidation. I don't know if that's how you saw this. Expansion met with consolidation, and then yeah, and then yeah. So this is just sideways. Yeah. So like, guess stop that. Okay. Yeah. So I'm guessing what's going on is you're not placing your stops in invalidation areas. For example, because you did this a lot in backtesting as well, and looking at some of your journal stuff. So if we went into like an example, trying to find like a good example. Okay, I mean this is like obviously like I'm not saying you would enter this specifically, but instead of like having it 50% of the wick, you would have it like at the below the body, thinking that's like somewhere protected or something, but it's not. You could do if the wick's large, you could do 50%, like or 75%. If it's a big body, then again you could do 50% of like the big body. Or otherwise just do the low. Um, and if the stop is too big, then you look for the continuation because here's reversals. This is a reversal, right? This is C2. So if we were to go like this, right, this is legit what the schematic looks like. Well, let me like make it all professional. The wick. Right. Okay. Wait, I see to the right around 145. That's what I would see about 145. So, w- so wait, so like this? I mean, yeah, then you're just getting in too early because this is accumulation. So we expand new phase of price, then you have to wait for reversal signature. Buy there, buy there, stopped out. Yeah, it's because you're getting way so yeah, I think I know what you're saying now because I used to do this too. Let's just say, okay, SMT, whatever. But I mean, regardless, this example is very invalid. But let's just assume there's an SMT here, right? So yeah, I don't even know. It's just not even valid just because the CISD is like way up here, right? But let's just assume the CISD is here, right? The issue is right when we hit a key level, you have to remember time. Okay. So if I'm looking at look what time it is, 1:50. 2 o'clock can reverse off the previous hourly candle. 30-minute can reverse off its previous 30-minute candle. The 15, et cetera, et cetera. The 1 minute can reverse off its previous 1 minute, right? This candle can, once we close back in the range, we can reverse. Once we close, we sweep the previous candle, reverse. Okay. So if we know this is the low of the hour, you have to wait. First of all, we expand into a key level. Okay, let's just assume that. Or we expand. We're looking, if you're bullish, you're looking for an AMD reversal. Now, let's just assume that we do have a CISD here, just because this is the example. Wait, something like that. Okay. So then you enter here because you're like, oh, yeah, a little swing point, whatever, SMT. Problem is, we can't just, unless we have an internal, this is where stage 2 comes in. Because we reverse off of, put this back, we reverse off the previous candles, or that's where you want to look for reversal. So if we, okay, we'll assume this SMT, whatever. If we SMT this on the other asset, then this is technically a protected low, right? But you're getting way too trigger happy. You have to let it develop and give you. So look, 2 p.m. opens low. Okay, so let's just assume an SMT. All right, so our CIST would be up here. All right, CISD. Now you could look to enter here if you want, right? And then we have this protected low because we have an SMT, meaning the other, you would trade the other asset, right? It's stronger. Or if we got a 2-stage SMT, then you could get in here, somewhere right here, right? Higher low, CIST. Because we're assuming the other asset did that, right? Then you could get in and take this out. Okay, look right. We expand into what? Retracement. Okay. So then what's our CSD up here, right? Lowest low. Now let's assume we have an SMT. I don't really know, but just for this example. Okay, let's actually do this. All right, lower low, CISD. We're retracing. I genuinely have no idea what we do here. Okay, so now we have the reversal signature, CISD, SMT. Could either get in this, stops 50%, 2R. And then you can move this to break even, right? Because this is protected low. And then bam. So like expansion met with retracement, reversal signature, SMT, maybe, I don't know, SMT here, maybe two-stage SMT. It's just something, right? And then we expand. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you the drawing. Okay, so, okay, actually, right here, this is that reversal signature, right? Closing back in the range, closing back in the range. So, once you do that, this is the first stage of CIST. You want to trade the C3 CISD. You want it to open low. Let's assume an inverse, right? PD array. Let's assume let's do something like that. So you have your order block, you have your fucking inverse. We want to open low CISD. That's this wick. What is it coming into? This PD array. Rejects CISD, can enter here. Take the opposing side of the range. Yeah, that's, and then you could do this one, and then ideally, again, internal SMT. Inside of what? The PD array. So this is the continuation. This is the continuation. And then pair that with phase of price, meaning like, oh God, doing this backward is weird. Oops. So pair all that with phase of price. Just move that here. We know this is what? A pullback. Just like this. Right down here. Same shit. We expand, pull back into PD array, whatever. Right? There's a order block right here. And you get your C3. Brother, can you make a detailed guide on your model? Be very helpful. Yeah, it's not my model. I'm not taking credit for it. But I can make, because based off how I teach people, like, it's different than how the people that I learned from teach it. So I could give you my twist on it in terms of like lingo and shit. Yeah, I could probably work on that to create more of a invalidations. That'd be nice, right? Yeah, so like what I'm looking at here is some sort of SMT. See right here, we have no SMT. Unknown, who are you in the Discord? Do I know you? I've never seen you before. Understand it really well. Can you explain? Yeah. Matt, you just gotta go back on the charts, you know? That's legit all it is. You just need that one example to play out. That's all you need. And then you'll get that click, you know? So here, let's assume this SMT creating what? A swing point. So we would trade the distribution here. Let's look at the internal. Okay, this is ass. Let's look at another swing point quick. Or a clean reversal. Okay, let's look at this one. Right? SMT, let's assume. Because this is how you study. Okay, so CISD, right? Higher high, close below. And then again, this is where we'd want to see what that SMT, a better opposing candle. It closed below. Trying to think, how do we want to see this? Bam. Instead of what? That fair value gap. Remember that I just drew? Same CSD1, CSD3, right? This is the C3. If I go back here, see? The fuck? No, this is C2. Never mind. Oh yeah, this expands away. So this is C3. This is a reversal or expansion into reversal. So this is a different signature. But again, look here, right? We can reverse off this. I go blank. Yeah, bro. You It's funny because I remember that shit too. Appreciate you, Dust. I read your comment. My brother has actually been trading. It's still not profit. I found GXT a month ago. I watched your streams. That helped me a lot, and I'm still very confused. What are you confused with the model, bro? What do you not understand? I'm actually, let me guess. You're confused on the idea of aligning expansion candles. Let me guess. That's what it is, right? Because that's what confused me until I finally had a click. But let me get, is that it? Or what else are you confused about? Let's look for a better swing point, by the way. Yeah, the expansion candle. Okay, I can help you with that. Like very simply. Or reversals. Okay, so reversals are trickier, but there is a way to know when you're going to trade an expansion reversal. Gosh, I'm trying to think of I know the scenario. Okay. Let me do a thing. So we have a key level. Because it's all derived off key levels. The daily opens low. Yeah, all right, let's do this. Daily's opening low. Okay. We've all seen this. I'm creating a London low of day profile. This is the easiest one to trade. So this color that I'm gonna change to is this is gonna be 6, okay? This is gonna be 6 a.m. So if we have our SMTs, okay? So now we're starting to confirm the low of day, right? And we have, say, our hourly CIST. So like meaning higher time frame, right? Like we market structure ship, whatever the fuck, doesn't matter. But however you categorize this, but we have an hourly order block here. So if we know, okay, what the fuck? Okay. If 6 a.m. opens here, we know we have to respect up here, okay? To support what? Expansion. And we could do the daily. Let's say the day previous days here and then like, I don't know, some other, like previous week, okay? So we have actually, sorry. Doesn't really matter. Just something that makes sense. Okay. So we know price has to reverse right here. Okay. For what? For the 6 a.m. 4-hour candle to have a small wick that supports expansion, we know we have to reverse here. We have a key level to reverse off of. We have to respect 50% of the upper half of the previous 4-hour candle. So we know anything, we open low, anything in here. So let's assume this is the 6 a.m. 1 hour. It opens low. It's doing its thing. We expand. And then we're met with expansion on the 5-minute, creating what? A CISD. Come back, tap it. We create a propulsion block. You enter here, right? Let's just do that. And then we start doing this. Then 7 a.m. starts consolidating. What is that? That's a continuation profile. Comes up, creates its own order block, just like down here. Okay, and we actually get a breakaway gap. Let's just say that. Then we come down, 8:30 news. Okay, does this, whatever the fuck. I just made that up. We expand here. Now it's going to be 9:30. So what do? Manipulate, expand to the draw. Okay, let me break this down for you. On the 4-hour time frame, okay, yeah. Okay. So we know, like, looking in hindsight, this is this supports expansion, right? Key level. Let's just yeah, whatever. Yeah, CIST. So as soon as we get the CIST here, just do red, or right here. Okay. That's our first CIST. Then we get our propulsion block. This is where you want to enter because we already have the reversal put in. Okay. We know if we open low 6 a.m. CISD, tapping into, order block and then like fair value gap or something, whatever. I'm making shit up. I'll get rid of this box. CISD, propulsion block entry. Let's assume internal SMT, right? So confirm manipulation, CISD propulsion block, bam. We can assume that this is going to be low of the 4-hour candle. Target this. You hold it all fucking day or till the open, whatever. Okay. And then it supports expansion because it's a small wick. And then what was it? 10 o'clock. Right. We get a little SMT here. Okay. Our little CISD here. All right. Comes back. Let's say the hourly closes or the hourly opens high, manipulates, creates another SMT. So let's just say stage 2 or whatever internally. Get the CISD. Okay. 9. So we have another what? Protected low. This right here is the same as this. See how I accidentally created the same schematic here as we did right here. Look. You see that? Like if I made it smaller. Yeah, I'll show you a live example. But see this? Accumulation, manipulation into the distro, creating what? The CISD. Oh, wait. The CISD. The CISD. It's all fractal. The same exact. All right, fuck. I don't know how to explain it. C1, C2, close back in the range, C3. Okay? 9:30. So now it's what? like 9:25, we expand. 9:30 comes, soups. So this is, whatever, turtle soup, whatever. Tapping what? Key level. Creating what? 9:30 manipulation. Into expansion. Get your CISD. Could enter again, whatever the case is. Into expansion. This, yeah, this is how the daily opens low. You get your reversal signatures. Higher time frame. This is Asia to 3 a.m. manipulates, expands higher, creates your inverse for value gaps, whatever. You get internal SMT. Your hourly opens for the next 4 hour opens low. We're getting all of our signatures again. The same swing low. 1, 2, 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? They're all swing points. So we got our reversal signature, displacing out, come up, respecting what? Fair PD arrays, manipulating internal PD arrays, expansion, coming up, manipulating internal PD array or internal lows, creating SMTs at key times, supporting price all the way up. That's as simple as I can make it. I genuinely don't understand if same process on the low time frame that we did on the high time frame. Yeah, so first you're going to see it on the low time frame, and then you'll see this like on the, if you look at a monthly candle, you'll see this on the daily. So okay, that's a classic buy day, right? Or fucking yeah, on New York. Classic whatever. Let's look for an example. So let's look at the monthly quick. Or actually, I'll show you on the daily. So right here, right, you have your swing point. It's the same thing as right here on the daily. We expand. What do? We create the SMT, right? There's your internal SMT. We expand, create an order block. What do? We expand into what? Pullback. Into what? The order block, the CISD to support what? Price higher. Right? CISD again. Expansion into what? Pullback into what? The CISD. What are we taking out? This objective. This is the sell side. This is the buy side. Okay, CISD. Comes back, taps it. Or I don't know the dynamics of this candle. And then what do? We disrespect it. And that's, yeah, where we're at now. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same thing. Literally the same thing I just explained. All the stuff doing it over and over. So then internally, if we understand that, we can go down to a daily time frame. Let's go back here. Okay, so we know a swing point's coming. Let's play this day out. Because we're gonna trade C3. Because I'm gonna show, okay. So here is our C3. Now we're gonna go into the 4 hour of this candle. All right. I see it, reversal signature. CISD, what do? Sweep. I bet you there's an SMT here. Creating what? Swing point, right? C1, 2, 3. This is the swing point internally. C1, 2, 3. Expansion, right? Okay. Daily is opening high, which in this case isn't the best. So we'll just go to the hourly. We'll just keep track of it this way. All right, open. All right, let's see this open low. So if we know, here's the daily candle. Hopefully this isn't a bad example. All right, 9 p.m. Yeah, it's a terrible example. Okay, that literally just goes up. All right, let's find another one. Yeah, it happens on all time frames. Okay. Let me find you a good example. Okay, this one looks decent. It's going to be shorts. All right. Here's 6 p.m. Okay. So we have our swing point here on the daily. Hold on. Okay. So right here, we have our swing point closing back in the range. This higher time frame right here is the daily time frame. Oh wait, sorry, no, it's not. What the fuck? Daily time frame. Okay, this makes more sense. Here's the top of the range. Okay, closing back inside. I'm going to greatly assume there's an SMT here because we cannot reverse without SMT. Okay. So here is the previous daily candle. We know anywhere up here, just draw that box out like that. Anywhere we open, we have to reverse to support expansion lower. All right. We have clear draws all under us, et cetera, et cetera. We'll just take this candle or this daily low. All right. So this is our key level for the day. Okay. So we open high. Where are we going to reverse off of? Okay. Well, we have this fair value gap. It's a little, a little steep to get all the way up here, then to reverse all the way down. So I'm not a huge fan of that. We have an order block that we are respecting. We have a fair value gap. Okay. So I would look for a reversal. Let's make this a lighter color because we know we had to reverse in here. I would look for some sort of reversal in here. So I'm going to play it out and it's going to probably go too quick. Okay. Actually, this is decent. So we have a swing point here. Actually, no, we don't. No reversal signature yet. Just wait. Okay, so we know we have to reverse here. Like in this area. We create a swing point. I don't know if we create an SMT. Ideally, this would SMT. But let's just assume, I don't know. So we can go to the 5-minute. Okay, look at this signature. We have our CISD, just like we explained. Let's assume this SMT. It does make sense if there was one. Wait, can we go back? Oh no, we don't have one. So I would want to see one here, but let's play it out. Yeah, okay. Let's get this SMT. Okay, yeah. Now we're forming it. Okay, beautiful. Let's go back to the hourly here. So now we have our internal SMT to reverse off of. So at this point, now we're obviously disrespecting the fair value gap, but we have to reverse off this order block. We know that this is the only area to reverse off of. Wait, what the fuck? I'm clicking. Bro, what? So confused. Okay, this is a deep retracement. So in this case, we could trade back to the open right here. Okay. So higher low, did we SMT that? Let me look. Yeah, so we're just absolutely ripping. Okay. So again, this is a filter for price. I wouldn't even trade this because we're opening way too high. The only trade I would take is back to the range or back to the open. Dude, it's frozen. My God. It's annoying. Which is so annoying. 2, 3. Or guess we could have just skipped to freaking NY. All right, this turned out not to be such a good example after all. All right. Okay. So here's that SMT that I was anticipating down here, but okay. Okay. Fuck, dude. Okay, so we have a 6 a.m. reversal into expansion. I wish. Okay, let me try it. This will show us the example. So we expand into consolidation. The only way we can reverse is manipulation. So I already know what happened, so I can talk confident now. But it's for a good cause. This is really important to know. So if the daily, so we're on the hourly, so this is the daily candles. We already have our swing formation, right? We close back in the range. We SMT here. Yeah, we SMT right there. So we can greatly assume this is protected. Daily, literally open high. So what's a key level? Right here. Why? Previous day. Okay, just literally what the example. Now we did open pretty deep, so I would only take it down to this level. So we have expansion into what? Consolidation. We're still bearish. The only way we can reverse is AMD reversal. What does 6 a.m. do? It opens high, creating an SMT, displacing back in the range. Okay, and we will see this on the 5-minute. Now, if we're assuming this is high of day because of the SMT, we can take 50% here. We know 7 o'clock has to open high and reverse somewhere here. Go to 5-minute. So we have expansion met with expansion to a pullback to continuation. Okay, cool. We see the reversal signature. This expansion's creating an SMT. Sweeping what? Key levels. What is that? Session. Let's turn it on. Right? London high, pretty much. So we're sweeping London high because this is NY or London right here. Okay. So let's look at 6 open, 6 p.m. open, opens high into a key level, London, CISD, CISD. Remember this line here, I'll make it dark blue and bigger. Is what? The hourly swing point. Okay. So we create our first CISD and then we come up into what? Key level, close below, CISD. Okay. Ideally, we have an SMT in here, and then you could trade this and put your. So this is like more of the reversal signature because the 6M hasn't closed. So you could take this or wait for C3. So let's do that. Okay, here's 7. So we know 7 has to reverse somewhere here. This is a protected swing point. So I would want this to open into this. Now, if it displaces away, that sucks. Yeah, it's going to. But ideally, God, I wish we could just get a good example. Get your CISD, right? All right, we'll trade C4 then. Fuck it. It's not going to give it to us. Then fuck you. You know what I mean? But regardless, you can see why the 7 a.m. had to respect right here. because it creates a small wick. We already have high of day in, reversal. So this is the reversal into expansion. So if I go to the 15-minute, because it'll show the 4-hour candles here. So we have a expansion into a key level, creating an SMT into, okay, okay, you get it all. Okay, cool. And then whatever a key level is, right? We open so high, we can only take this out. So then we go back to the 5-minute, wait for 8. So we know 8 can only, not 8, but yeah, like pretty much just breaker block is where we have to reverse off of, just like that. Like just like that. See why? Because that's what supports for the 4-hour. Like we can't come way back up here, otherwise it doesn't support expansion. It looks like news. So this you could probably enter here 50%, 2R, something like that. Let's see if it taps us in. Okay, CISD, right? CISD opens high into a key level. CISD, we put our limit at the CISD, put our stop 50% right here, and then target 2R. And see how I'm not trying to make, well, I knew it was going to work out like this, but it's still like the same exact framework. And then what time is this? Yeah, 9:30. Okay. So 9:30 driver is going to drive away. Why? Because we create a new swing point. So this is all protected. This is obviously already protected. We open high into PD arrays to displace away from. Obviously, I knew this was going to work, but this is the framework. And this is the daily, right? If we go back to hourly, get rid of the hourly CISD. There's that high time. Fuck, I got rid of it. High time frame CISD 8:30 opens high, taps the high time frame order block. SMT high of day. Previous day high protected. We open high. We know if this is protected and we're getting an AMD reversal, we know this is high of day, right? Makes sense. We know, like it just is what it is. And then supports expansion back to the. See if we can skip through this. Time. So 11. Okay, so we do expand lower to previous day low. This was a really big retracement, so I would trade back to just previous day right here, just because we get in somewhere here. Or you could look for continuation. So if we go back to the 5-minute, if we want to follow this, yeah. So high time frame as CISD. So that, yeah, you can't really follow this. This just drops way too much. Again, look at we're on the 5-minute. So this is an hourly swing point. Expansion met with expansion into some sort of pullback. So okay, check this out. Here's the wick size of, oh, whoops. So we know we have to reverse here to expand back into the range. Well, here's this. Do we have? Yeah, we have an SMT, internal SMT. Yeah, in a key level. So we would look for a CISD here, right here. You could just long this back into the range. Now, I don't know any other context. I could be wrong here. We'll do 2R. Yeah, and we're wrong there. Anyways, so if you wanted to If everything made sense. I'm just showing you the mechanical approach to this. Is like we know it has to reverse right here. Oh, is the 2 p.m. open? Yeah, so this is bad time. It's 2 p.m. open. You wouldn't do that. So what I understand for trading GXT is we need to be good at profiling the market properly. Yes. Like this, go to the 4 hour. Looking at 10. Okay. Maybe actually 10. Yeah, this is a good example too. So 10 a.m. right here. Okay, there's the 10 a.m. open. Well, we could take 50% of this range. We know we have to reverse here. Where's the next thing we can reverse off of? This PD array, fair value gap on the higher time frame. Let's see, where's it at? 10. Okay, so do we SMT this? Right, obviously yeah, we do. See how 10 is way up there? Okay, cool. So go back to the 5-minute. So we have a high time frame SMT, 10 a.m. opens high. Get the, oh yeah, this is where we couldn't track. But we like it's a small wick, is what I'm saying. So it supports expansion. Yeah, just having common sense, to be honest with you, is all it is. How do you know when the daily profile is just going to expand the whole time? Like we open high, price just stays going up though, doesn't reverse. So when Asia is low of day, for example, like literally, let's, okay. Like right here, this is Asia low of day. Right, this is like the daily open. I don't have a thing for daily open. So when we expand through, let's go to the hourly here. Let's go as if, okay, we need more context, but okay, so we get to the market here. Okay, like 6, right? I don't, okay, so I don't have the higher time frame, like what's the draw? Like why are we going, like I don't have the weekly narrative and all that. But when we expand way up here and like say we're near a draw, for example, oh, I wish I could find a good example. But pretty much when we're far away from Asia, then we know this is low of day. And also you would want the wick to be sponsored by something. So in this case, I know it's cliche, but it is technically sponsored, right? Imagine this was like the 6 a.m. or something and 7, 8, 9. Like it's technically sponsored. So it's not a random low, it's like a protected swing. 4-hour perspective? Let's see. Yeah, so pretty much you wake up with price way up here and like you say your objective's bullish to begin with. I don't like hindsight, but when we display so far away, then you would just want some sort of PD array at this point, which I don't see any on gold. So you probably wouldn't even trade this day, or unless it was a 30-minute. Maybe 7 a.m., right? It's the only fair value gap creating the swing point. Because point is like when we open this far away, failing to reverse right here, because we consolidate, we would have to AMD a reverse. Fail to do that, then it's just like, okay, what if you're still trying to short this, then we're obviously spooling somewhere, It's pretty much when we expand really far away from Asia, then you'd use internal PA. You turn this shit off. Internal fair value gaps to support price higher. Yeah, I mean, even in this case, like 1 p.m., we hit the draw, new phase of price, pull back into order block, creating reversal profile. Then we expand back into this high, which is, yeah, the only thing we do. And then SMT, CISD, expand into a pullback, into expansion. Is that where we're at now? No. To me, this is expansion pullback, so I'm pretty bullish on gold. Hey, bro, although gold has its own trade, do you ever use silver and gold? Not really. Because it's just so decoupled most of the time. So I primarily just use these two. And then this is just for my contract. So like example for gold right now, right? Like this is a prime example. Here's the wick. We know we have to reverse. Oh, we have a PD right to reverse off of. How interesting, right? Fair value gap. So then we would look for a reversal signature. On the hourly, we have our swing point. Do we have an SMT? Wait, do we? Wait, what the fuck? 11? Yeah, we do. So we have an SMT in a key level, knowing we have to reverse here, right? So then we can go to the 5-minute. This is live right now. We have our 5-minute CISD, right? So this is, again, look at the thing right here, right? We have our swing point with an SMT in a high time frame fair value gap. Okay, cool. We're expanding. We AMD reversal, expansion, consolidation, AMD reversal. Right? Makes sense. Look here. See? So AMD reversal daily. What is the daily doing? Opening low into a key level. Higher time frame expansion into what? Pullback, creating what? Failure swings. Granted, this took out this low, but we still have this, this, Newswick, whatever. And then all this shit, like all right here. So literally as we speak, this is the reversal. So you could do a limit here. If we create a fair value gap, put your limit at the fair value gap. You could do the low or 50% of the wick, whatever. Then you could, now we do have this swing. So that sucks, but yeah, no. Just, and then let's look here. Yeah, like a clean target would be previous day high. And then 50% of this wick just to make it something. All right, so this could be like your overall target, that rejection wick or whatever, previous day high. So just like that. This shit, I might even put a small risk on. Would you recommend I learn first to understand GxT concepts? Should I start market profiles, candle profiles, reversal concepts? Okay, so 4-hour profiles pretty much simplify the hourly time frame because it really just summarizes the sessions for you. So, for example, we have London, we have pre-market NY/open, and then we have NY AM session, right? These three. So it summarizes what's going on, and 4-hour SMTs are pretty much session SMTs. So if you can dissect that on the hourly, that's going to help with internal SMTs. And I'm saying all this because you have 4-hour profiling, et cetera, et cetera. And the whole point of 4-hour profiles is so that you can figure out if we have an established low of day to trade away from. So, for example, is this an established low for the day? Can I if this is low of day, you could literally long right now, put your stop down here, and like we should be good, right? Okay, this is a bit absurd, but like right here, right? That's the point of understanding 4-hour profiles with London, low of day or whatever. NQ had some pretty clean examples. So like right here, right? Here's London. London getting swept. Did we tap it perfectly? Damn near almost, but regardless, fair value gap. So London got swept, right? 4-hour profile, so we can see that. But also on the hourly, we have the same exact thing, creating what? SMT at a key time, 9:30. This is the long today, by the way. And then C1, 2, 3. And then we want to trade C3 continuation, so 3-minute. This is the long I took today. CISD, then you get in. But we can establish this is low of day. So when you have low of day established, not low of day, but low of session because Asia was low, then that allows you to trade away. So going back to I have to explain that because it's not a pattern trading thing. Like it takes a lot of context. So okay, yes, market profiling, daily and weekly profiles. Okay. Candle profile. I'm not too sure what you mean by that exactly. Candle profiles, like open, high, low, close. If that's what you mean. Yes, study open, high, low, close, and like where wicks have to form because that's essential. Like this daily wick so far supports expansion. We get an hourly CISD. This could be a low of day. We have an SMT. Like everything, like this, I think this is a higher time frame SMT, if I'm not mistaken, in a key level with the daily opening low, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah. Reversal concepts, by the way, it's just C1, 2, 3, which is T-Trade's fractal model. That's why it's GxT. It's Garrett and T-Trades. I know price should continue if the opening price creates a 4-hour gap and then price taps into it. But when do you know when the 4-hour gap won't hold? Okay, so earlier this week. Can you tell me where? Oh, right here. Because I did long this, by the way. I got fucked. But only because the RR was good. But okay, let me give context. I literally just essentially set a buy limit and I was asleep because I thought it would hold. So there was no like confirmation. Because there is no real confirmation. Maybe in here, but so for fair value gaps, like I don't pattern trade them. I only use fair value gaps if they logically make sense. So make sure it's logical, I would say. Um yeah, I don't know. It's like if you get a reversal signature. Okay, for example, this right here. This fair value gap, which is also a BPR, right? Be inverse. Okay? So fair value gap. Now, inside this fair value gap, let's look for a reversal signature. Let's go to the 1 hour. Oh, see 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that expansion. But anyways, got a reversal signature, two-stage SMT, like daily's opening low. So I would consider this like potentially low of day already. 15-minute CISD. Yeah, so in the next like hour, I'd want this to close. And then what I would do is look for the continuation. So this would be the confirmed CISD. So then if the next hourly opens low, taps into a higher time frame CISD, maybe get a SMT there, CISD, right? Just like what I've explained multiple times. Get in on the continuation. Does it make sense? I'm not in this, by the way. You guys were here for it all. Wednesday? Good. Yeah. You're talking about this one. This one I wanted to hold just because we swept and displaced higher, but this wick was not good because closed back. I don't have it up, but it closed back inside the range of the previous day, which is why we reswept yesterday right here. So we took out previous day first, came up, failed to close above, and we failed to take this out. So what does that mean? We're going to come take out this low again to then come take this out. So we have a daily swing point and we have logic to do this. And we also have a daily SMT here. We've already opened low. Like, I mean, this is like a beautiful, literally everything is telling me this is potentially a low of day. So I'll actually look to get a continuation and then go to bed. Just because, like, the risk to reward, right? Again, I'm going to size light, but it's like, why the fuck not? You know what I mean? It literally doesn't make sense not to, my opinion. When I just broke it all down. Make sense? Any questions? This is unknown. This is a live, by the way, a live example for you to study. Open low, CIC for value gap, key level, SMT, high time frame SMT. Oops. Like this is something you could study. Any questions before I get off? Yeah, so CIC on the 1 hour or 4 hour. Um Trigger happy. It's funny. The hourly just opened, so you gotta chill. Don't chase. Okay, so if we know time frame alignment, right? Hourly 5 minute, daily 1 hour, 4 hour, 15 minute, 30 minute, 3 minute, 15 minute, 1 minute, right? If we open low, big opposing bearish candle, right here. Big bearish candle, which is good. That dug into a gap, right? We sweep the low, creating a true order block. Having an hourly CISD with SMT, like ideally here. Yeah, oh, we do. What the fuck? Wow, beautiful. Okay. So, I mean, like this is just beautiful in my opinion. This sort of setup is like low of day material. I mean, I'm gonna probably trade gold. What time is it now? Yeah, I'm gonna wait for this hourly to probably close to get the high time frame confirmation. Depending on, I don't know. And then I'll probably just set a limit or something. Some shit like this. If it's not too big for my, because I would have to look at the contract stuff. Or if I could get the right hourly close and then the new hour taps the order block, gets its CISD, and then I could get in here. But I would really want it to displace away because London always manipulates. So it would fucking need to run. That's a shitty part. An invalidation. Okay, so the 4 hour also closes. So, okay. So this is how I would do this in real time. Assuming we close, okay, let me get rid of all this. I'm going to restart. Assuming we close like this, because you'd be like, oh, what about this high? Okay, well, price open high, sweeping the low, failing to displace lower. What does that mean? We're going to retake out the high, which supports our idea. Okay. So this is now my target because we opened high already. I'll show you. Right here. AMD reversal to take out the high. Okay. And you guys can look back at recording when that does happen. Okay. Anyways. So once we get the close, we have a C2. I would want the next hour/4 hour to open low, respect right here. So assuming it closes here, wherever it closes. Right here. So we go into the internal. Okay, so let's, the ugly color, let's fix that. Okay, anywhere in here is where I would want it to respect. So, open low, There's that first CISD, that could be one. There's the hourly CISD, so let's just mark these two out. It has to get a reversal signature right here, and then we catch the continuation. And then this, with a high probability, would be low of day. Okay, I usually just use the first manipulation on either side of the 4 hour. Okay, so I usually use the first manipulation on either side. On either side, the 4 hour 1800 candle to establish the daily profile can be printed on the day. I don't think I understand what you're saying. Hold on, let me look at the charts. Let's go to the 4 hour. Okay, so I usually just use the first manipulation on either side. Okay, so you're saying this, right? Or actually, I don't even know. But regardless, are you? Wait, I don't know if that's a bad approach when doing it for. Honestly, bro. Okay, so if this is as simple as it gets, if Asia and London are consolidating, look for a 6 a.m. to sweep it and go. I think yeah, that was one of the right here, literally right here. Go to hourly; it's more clear. Yeah, so see how like Asia starts to fade into accumulating. So then we would look for an AMD reversal, assuming we're bearish. So going back to the 4 hour, if we look at NQ here, 4 hour. Okay, so here's London. If we open here, there's no protected. I mean, this is the only protected swing low. So we need some sort of protected swing in here. So we're going to sweep London in a fair value gap, create an SMT, and then get a reversal signature on the low time frame. That would confirm this to be a protected low that we can trade away from. Like if we take the 4. Wait. Okay, I think I see what you're saying, but so you're saying okay. So you're considering this an open high right here. The problem with that, we didn't sweep previous day. We didn't even sweep like anything important. It opened high. It reversed off the previous 4 hour, but we're failing to displace. So if we close like this, then we're going to take this back out, which then we would obviously not want to see this area returned via all the explanations I explained with all the SMTs and opening low and shit. So like to me, this open high here is not actually an open high. It's an open low inside of fair value gap. That's one thing I see a lot of people do. Like the candle will do this. Oops. It'll do this. And they'll think this is the open high. Yeah, this didn't do anything. Now, let's say, for example, this opened up to this. PPR. If we open up into a key level, got reversal signatures. Go to the hourly. Right. Got reversal signatures, but we didn't. We literally just created literally more failure swings. Like right here. See? All these failure swings. So. But like right there, price would look. Wait. Right there, price took that 6 p.m. low first. 6 p.m. took. Wait, what? This? No, we took the high first. We took the high first right here. Here's the. What? Yeah, we opened high, took it, then went low. Yeah. We went high, low. So like we have an AMD reversal. Yeah. It's all good, bro. We have AMD reversal. We expand into consolidation, AMD reversal, expand away. This needs to hold. And we have this SMT. 11, 12. 11, 12. Yeah. And then a 2-stage. So like if and then we have this SMT for the daily. We have expansion into a pullback to a two-stage SMT. Like this just looks good. AMD reversal, in other words. CISD. And then hourly time frame right here. We can close above right here. Hourly CISD. Then what do we look for? AMD reversal. Or continuation rather. Creating an SMT. CISD. Just literally just like this. Like this is all it is. Soon as we manipulate SMT, then it'll expand. Soon as we create the SMT, CISD, expand. So, I don't know. We just gotta wait. All right. Any other questions? Yeah, Max. To clear that up, the candle can open high as long as it has a small wick, pretty much. But if it opens high into nothing, like it doesn't hit previous day high, right? It doesn't take a key level up, then I don't consider it an open high. Okay, would you say focus on the 1 hour CST after the don't pattern trade it. Add use confluences. Like this, for example, is like decent. It's good because we've already manipulated inside of a 4 hour gap and we expand away. So if we expand, we want to see some retracement. But if we want the next hourly, if we close above creating the CISD, then we want the next hour to, oh, let's say it does here, right? Open low into what? This order block, creating what? The reversal signature. So it makes sense to have an hourly CISD because not every, I'll show you, not every hourly CISD confirms it. It confirms it with SMT. Okay, well, fucking, okay, everything supports there. Trying to find like a good example. Yeah, I can't really find one, but not every first hourly CISD. Alrighty, Max. I appreciate you, man. I do, I do. For you guys that are new, full blooded prodigy, can join the Discord and chat with me if you have questions. Cause I'm about to get off. Jerry, appreciate you. Unknown. Again, you can join the Discord. I'll start working on a PDF to really give good cartoon examples, show live examples. And there's some resources in the Discord as well. For example, I'll just show you really, really quick. I don't have anything to sell. I'm just, as you join, you could see. Real quick. So you have indicators that I use, and then my watch list. Education, I have breakdowns from the daily all the way down to the 4 hour, explaining the expansion. That's more T-Trade's fractal model. Again, I put in like examples for you to study if you want. I just did this the other day, but breaking down exactly why I took this trade and annotating it so you can understand there. And then this is the trade, which I shouldn't have done. Market profiles, you can save this or whatever. And then again, I put examples of the chart because I know a lot of people like to see that stuff, which I get it, makes sense. And soon I'll work on that PDF to like simplify, the market maker buy and sell model. And all that shit. So, yeah. But I'm gonna hop off. Again, you guys can just message on Discord if you have questions. But appreciate you guys.